And we're on. Right, let's wait a bit to make sure everything is working. Okay. Like Golden Vow and Howl of Shibiri. So take Dragon Maw, Ezekiel's DK, and Ghost Flame Breath. Swap my sword back to the spear. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Now what's over here? Oh. Quick swap of the talismans. I think having the health regen over time would be more useful. So far, so clear. I was not gonna take a chance. Those enemies in particular are especially bad. Real quick talisman swap. I need more mana. Oh. There we go. Clear. And nothing good. That item probably isn't important. One. Two. And for this one, let's drink up and hit him with Ghost Flame, I guess. There we go. For anyone in the stream currently, the plan today is just to explore. I've been going from boss to boss, and I've neglected a lot of the map. There's this entire area, I assume this part of Shadowkeep, and over here and here, which I've just completely ignored. I have to go over there. There we go. Huh. Yes. That's a really good find. I needed an upgrade to my lightning spear desperately at this point. So hopefully that'll help my damage output. Shame I cannot equip it for now, but now mid-dungeon. Alright. Just need to time it. Okay. Fire. New weapon, which I will never get to use. Let's heal up. No idea what's... Okay. Healing was the right choice. I do not think I could have taken that out that easily. I think it's... I'm just gonna make a run for it. Need to keep on running. And the next lift. I think I've reached the end of this dungeon then. Since they usually follow a rule of 3. Alright, for now we're just gonna go in to Ezekiel, whatever's in here. That was a mistake. Okay. I do not have the right spells at all for this fight. I'll try again with magic, this time buffing up and actually preparing for it. If that fails, I guess I'll do this melee. I'm dead. No way do I live this. Oh, wow. Yeah, melee's the way to go here. Or a mix of the two? I don't know. My spells do very good damage. I need to better time the grab. I guess some of the miscellaneous dodges. Hi, hero. I did not bring any holy spells with me. Hello, Sid. You guys good? Might just swap to the Milady and try and break him. Last one broke relatively quickly. I don't think I have access to it. I cannot change my spells. Yep. Did you manage, Sid? I'm trapped. You killed Melania? What? Well done. Oh, sacred relic. I don't have it. I did not get the sacred relic sword. To be honest, I didn't kill the Elden Beast yet. I've just started Farum Azula on this character, so yeah. My weapon choice is a bit limited. Let's try this melee once. No, no, for... I panicked when I saw the grab. Alright, melee worked a lot better. I think this is the best I've got for him. Also, very well done, Sid, on the Melania kill. She's a very tough one. Can I equip? Use the dagger. Would an upgraded dagger do better? I really need to go upgrade more weapons. This will probably help. Not using anything fate related, so... Use the double-handed talisman. Alright. There we go. There. Much better damage. No! Oh, come on. Crab's really annoying. I assume that I'll need to roll into him for. In case you guys weren't here earlier, the plan for today is to explore clear dungeons. I think I've missed quite a lot of them. Yeah. I guess the alternative is to go to the Grace and then run through the dungeon again. Although, not sure how worth it that will be. Yeah, I'm gonna put off Mitra and, well, most bosses for a while. No. I feel, I want to get some of the new spells, explore the map a bit. And I'll admit last Friday's Mitra was really demoralizing. You know, even now with all my stats allocated incorrectly for this fight, I'm hurting it a lot more. When I, get to hit it. Nope, this run's a bust. It's not a long dungeon. I can run through it relatively. No, too much effort. All the lifts are down anyway, so. Can I apply buffs? No. Break him. Hit. Do you have any other weapon with Tiger Piercing Fang or Square Off? Not upgraded, no. I beat the base game mainly using spells. Didn't really bother upgrading anything else. It's coming back to bite me. It's kind of why I'm not going to go for any of the major bosses. My inventory is a bit on the pathetic side. And even talismans. I've got a lot missing. And I've got a lot missing which would be really helpful. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. For the next fight, I'll open with the black knife. Break. Is that it? Yes! There will be no next fight. That was a cool one. I enjoyed that one. So this dungeon is done. This area is now explored. Next, I want to go to this church. Nope. I guess not. I really enjoyed that one. I think more so than some of the bosses. You know, the main fights, I guess. How far am I from a level? 2000. This is 14. Yep. Level up. I definitely want my vigor at 50. And I would like to get Fate to 60 to use Mesmer's Flame attack. Okay. Wait. Why can't I hurt it? No way am I meant to snipe it. I guess we let it be. Bit odd. Unless I'm missing something. It doesn't say damage. If you do. Oh, so I am meant to stay sniping it? Wolves, right? Alright, let's see if there's a grace somewhere up here. And then we'll go back down, I guess. With this character, my priority was to get to the DLC as quick as possible. Oh. So, I ended up ignoring a lot of the base game. I don't think I had to jump here. Hi, Hull. How are you? So, spirits bring up to the tower. Bigger tower. Yep. Pretty good move, because I'm hanging out with my fellas this evening. Really nice of you, huh? Glad to have you here. Glad to hear. I assume this just leads me back. Yep. See what's down here. The entry. Today's just gonna be running around, gathering stuff, cleaning up. Where's Mesmer's? Oh. What do you mean? Not that familiar with the works, so talking to you made me realize how much more I need to read. Big ominous church. May make sure to always keep holy damage on me.
Well, we don't often receive visitors. I am Emir. Welcome to Manus Meta. It is a pleasure to have you. In lands so forsaken as these, chance encounters are precious indeed. Seeing that we have convened here on this day, allow me to
I'm very familiar with the hero's journey.
Offering.
I've heard a lot of people speaking. Did he give me? Out against it recently. I don't think I've read the book.
The map I gave you charts the site of a It is said that after sounding the hanging bell there,
I've managed to find Journey to the West, so I'm starting to read that.
Those who fight
Another one for the list.
I'm not mistaken, am I? I can see it in your eyes. You are a fighter, are you not?
Yeah, it's... The books I'm more familiar with are likes of Terry Pratchett or Brandon Sanderson. I've studied a lot of... well, not a lot, but I've studied Norse mythology to some extent.
Is something the matter? I've given you
a lot of the classics, though, I avoided.
Suppose you expect a lesson of me, do you?
Like, it wasn't a conscious thing, it was just...
Those with purpose.
I never really paid enough attention to them.
For power. For truth.
Which was a mistake. Fully aware of that. Sounds like a really cool spell. It's mainly whatever would come up when I'm, say, playing a game, I'd look into the lore. It became pretty famous. So, as a kid, I was not exposed to Star Wars at all. Well, even now. Such now I've started looking into it. And after it's gone through Disney.
Damning the life.
Yes, not gonna claim to know much, but I've read a lot. Norse mythology fascinated me. I ended up buying books for the runes and all that.
You are children of the greater will. Is that not divine? Is that not sublime? And yet, none can fathom its implications. Its utter brilliance. Oh yes, do mind your feet around the church. You wouldn't want to hurt the little boy.
I started off fighting the majority looking... Oh, there's an NPC there. Looking into Greek, Roman mythology. It was the closest, it was the most accessible. And it was also kind of relevant. Yeah. Norse mythology is great, though. Some of the stories are out there.
Concerns of Count Emir, and you are not
and Odin was quite the asshole with his torture to Loki. Yeah, deserved Ragnarok.
Only there's one thing I will say.
Yeah.
Count Emir's kindness is a gift.
I started looking into Norse mythology. I preferred the stories. Talking in the graveyard outside. And then I kind of spiraled from there. This one? This is the only... Oh, this is important. There are a lot of these multi-shot guys. No, that's a death demigod. You just... I'm blind today. So the graveyard should be somewhere here. When you go outside the church, there are a lot of graves. Oh, here. Yep, I think I've found it. Yuri, beloved child, taken before his time. Huh. And Ymir gave me a map. Yep, Yuri, Ymir's son, I assume. Does this look like... So this over here. So I assume I have to go here. We went to sound a hanging bell. It was a teaching of Count Ymir. The fate of one who sounds the hanging bell will be guided by stars. Alright. Next destination set. That's why he wants to become. Times I read the lore you send and like the reasoning behind some of these characters' goals, and I've mentioned this before, but comparing this to the base game, they're worlds apart. The DLC has a completely different feel. Also, before I go there, I'd like to check out what's up here and check the edges. So Ymir's goal is to become a mother to give birth again to his dead son. Even saying it aloud, just... Yeah. More depressing and to an extent more... Well, not to an extent, it's more messed up as well. Like, in the base game, the most tragedy we had was Khaled. And I'll argue that while that was bad, compared to anything we've seen in the DLC so far, night and day. It is. But between this, the lore behind the Horn Scent, and Marika. In the base games, we'd see the pot people, and we thought, the general consensus was funny pot people. In this, they've gone out of their way to. Not exactly. He thinks the fingers and their mother are immature and corrupted. He wants to be the mother of the fingers to be a better mom. Are they, though? Because the fingers were in charge of communicating with the greater will. And Marika based her entire reign on them. So for them to be corrupted is a scary implication. We know that the Greater Will hadn't been talking to them for a while, though. Wait till you fight Matir. He might not be wrong. Alright. So, unlock the next grace. I hear something. Oh. Aryan sovereignty. I think that's the spell Relana used. Regards to Midra, like, last Friday's attempts on that bus, they were rough, and I don't want to go back in there for a bit. Thing is, the Greater will abandon the Mother Fingers even before we speculated, so she is lost and hurt. So the Mother of Fingers is abandoned and basically went mad. And I thought that the Greater Will left during the Shattering. No. I'm putting Midra on hold for now until I at least get 50 vigor. It's mainly an excuse, but after last time, I was really demoralized by the fight. And yeah, today, probably even tomorrow, I'm just gonna get back into the swing of the game, explore a bit. Not mad, just doesn't know what to do. Since she's lost and hurt, she can't actually guide others. That's Ymir's point. See. To be fair, he does kinda have a point. Like, if she's still grieving and she shouldn't be in a position of leadership, I guess. At the same time, this is going to end tragically. Shadowkeep Church District. I'll call it now. Ymir's gonna like transform into some abomination. Seems pretty calm over here. Okay, fire zombies. She didn't have the will to move on or find another purpose. She doesn't know how to actually guide. She just used the Greater Will's words. And then she gave up. Oh, hi. That's why Ymir thinks she's immature. Like a child abandoned by their parents, doesn't know the basics. Ymir is right, though. Like, from what I'm understanding, yeah, she is immature. She got abandoned, and that was the end of her story. That's my Death Knight set. At least, if it is actually as Ymir's saying. What the hell was that? Where do I go from here? Hmm. I'm kinda lost. Do I have to jump across this? And after that, the Greater will put them underground. That'll at least explain, well, everything. We know nothing about the Finger Slayer blade, other than that it's designed specifically to be used against the two fingers. So at least that'll give us a bit more info on why or what it is. Is it clear down there? Door?
Queen Marika, mother to us all, favor me with thy grace.
When you
I
fight
have met
Mature,
many
you'll
who would threaten
understand
and
why
distress
this
thee.
theory
Quell
makes sense.
each and all, and I hereby swear to never cease. So please, grant me thy grace. Leave me with my solitary light.
And for Mature, I have to complete
Marika,
his quest, yeah?
take not.
Don't know what I have to do here. Come back later. There are a lot of these nights. Claims for Marika's help. Since he came here to help in Mesmer's, the end got cut off. Wait, is that the guy who keeps invading us? Thank you, Lockhon. Yep, you need to finish Ymyr's quest in order to fight Matir. See if I can drain the water. Start with this one. Then go for the other one. Bit late. A bit late for that now. There we go. It's like It's like New London, Dark Souls 1, isn't it? Drain the water. And then explore the bottom area. What are your thoughts on New Londo? I'm curious to hear, because I really enjoyed it in the original. Especially as far as areas went, it stood out. It felt like the only Lord Soul which had a whole quest built around it. There's a grace down there. Don't want to jump down though. There are still some things up here I want to explore. From the other side, I want to try jumping on the statue to get the item. Favorite area from Dark Souls 1 is by far Ul'Sil. Duke's is also one of my favorites. I can see the argument for Ul'Sil. I did not enjoy Duke's Archives. It felt tedious more than anything. For me at least, especially, I did most of it cursed. For me, Arno Londo. It's way too memorable. Then yeah, I think second favorite would be the DLC, would be Ul'Sil. Dark Souls 1 DLC just... It is a classic. I don't think it'll take favorite. Just because of how basic it is. But you can't go wrong with the starting area. Wait, how big is Shadowkeep? Alright, do I go explore down? Or do I explore over here? This is massive. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 started the trend of the DLC being so much better. And it's held strong ever since. Like, even Bloodborne's DLC... What's this? It puts Bloodborne as my favorite from... Well, my favorite Soulsborne game. Dark Souls 3's DLC was just amazing. At least the second one. Yeah. Honestly, Shadowkeep is blowing me away. I think this is my favorite place in Elden Ring. Probably Melania's area comes close. Elden Ring's very mixed. Like, don't get me wrong, it is great. Yep. Ringed City had everything going for it. Ringed City, right off the bat, you have the flight in. The layout, it just did everything right. Also, the Gale fight. The Gale fight is one of the greatest boss fights they've given us. Electri was such a... Your message got cut. I'll check chat in a second. Yeah, such an amazing area. Yeah, I don't get any hate towards it. Like, I have no complaints with Electri. It felt the most dungeon-like since, well, Stormvale. I really like it. I think that's my main complaint with a lot of Elden Ring's dungeons. They're either too short or a bit... But Electri felt like a Dark Souls 3 level. To me, at least. Stormvale, it's just pure magic. I get it. Far Serpent, what's this? For a starting dungeon, Stormvale is amazing. What I like most about Stormvale is the presentation of it. You know, as soon as you begin the game, you've got it in the distance. Question, what do you think about Malekith's fight? Because I've talked to some other people, and Malekith's not gotten a lot of love from them. So I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are. I've completely forgotten about the water area. Ah well. My case with regards to Malekith, Phase 1 is pretty good. I don't really have anything negative to say there. Phase 2, I could never get the parry timings down, and he has some really annoying fights. I don't think we're gonna agree on the bosses. I like Malekith. I do not like base game Radahn. I prefer base game Radahn when you're doing the festival, and even then, he's probably the boss I struggle with the most. Oh, Radragon. Sorry. The message cut and I assumed. That's my bad for not looking at chat. No, Radragon is great. Over there you have. Did you fight him recently? Now that they've allowed Torrent in the Elden Beast fight. Because in my opinion, that made all the difference with Elden Beast. And now I like both parts of the fight. That's a trend with From games. Like, it's my problem with Dancing Lion in the DLC too. Seems like a really cool fight, except half of it is against the camera. And it's a shame because when they get it right, you know, they put a lot of work into the moveset. I fought the Dancing Lion in co-op on a different character, and the moveset is beautiful. Yeah, Elden Beast originally was meh, too much running. Now that you've got Torrent, it's a proper ending fight. Where is this taking me? I'll probably be popping some runes to level up if there's a grace soon. Yeah. And I don't get this struggle with the camera. Like, it's something I've come to associate with From, but at this point, you know. Have mercy for the spirited away shamans. Have mercy. Have a mercy emote, right? That's why I prefer humanoid bosses, or beasts like Malekith, where you can see their moves. Is it this? This one's the DLC emote I got. Oh. I'm loving this part of the DLC too, the little puzzles. Yeah. No, same here. I've always preferred the humanoid fights. I'm not, because the Bloodborne base game honestly disappoints me at this point. Like, when I look back at it now, it has its strong points, yeah. But it has a lot of moments where you can feel that they could have done a bit more. The beast fights in particular, we don't have a lot of them in Bloodborne. Like, what do we have? Vicar Amelia? Gonna go just kill a couple of enemies to gain a level. Vicar Amelia, Cleric Beast, Blood-Starved, and... is that it in the base game? Have to be missing someone. Yep. Bloodborne set itself apart for me with the DLC. Because up until then, the base game bosses, half of them are just there. Also, Mikolash, I hate with a passion. This is probably gonna be a bit of a hot take, but like, I enjoyed Dark Souls 2 bosses. The majority of them I think were fun. Don't get me wrong, I think Bloodborne is a good game so far. I think Bloodborne is a masterpiece in terms of its ambience. The world, the environment, for me, it gets that really right. Trick weapons are like the coolest weapon concept they introduced, and I want more of them. But boss-wise, no. The only bosses which like stood out for me as being memorable were Gurnam and Gascoigne in the base game. Everything else was either alright or not that great. Not fun to fight. It's not long. Actually, if you skip all optional bosses, you could finish Bloodborne incredibly quickly. Levels don't matter much either for the base game. How am I doing on runes? Do I have enough? Yes. Which I guess that's nice. So, I want to explore here first. Arbitus is a cool fight though. Not a hard fight, but like, it's pretty neat. It's over. This is gonna be a boss, isn't it? Yep. Dodge. What? Okay. I agree, atmosphere-wise, this game is a blast. It's a game after all, so a game needs to feel great to play. Yeah, I agree with that. Let me restructure spells. Bloodborne did so much right that I honestly wish it just took that last step. That's why I would love if they remastered it somehow, or at least ported it to PC. I wanna try multi-layered. I wanna keep the shield bubble for the initial charge. Oh wow, that is buffed by talismans. Okay. Honestly though, with regards to Bloodborne's combat outside of bosses, it feels good still. Not gonna say it aged perfectly, but I've returned to it. What about the DLC? Because for me at least, the DLC of Bloodborne which sets it apart. I think the only boss I have issues with there is what's his name? Lawrence? Yeah, Lawrence. Also, Ludwig's got one of the coolest cutscenes. Oh, you haven't played the DLC yet? No, trust me, the DLC is better than whatever you've heard. It's... Oh, thank you guys. It completely sets the game apart. Did you play Demon's Souls, out of curiosity? Alright, how do I... You know what, that's... I completely understand that. Visually, they're all great concepts. To actually fight them, it's just... not that fun. That's the advantage of the DLC. Like, every single fight there is really memorable, it's really well polished. My experience, if the DLC was a standalone game, it would be like, it would deserve the title of the masterpiece. I am getting beaten up really badly. Wait, I can summon Torrent. What is it doing? Alright, Gaius is gonna be a pain to fight. Pretty much, yeah. Trying to think of if there's anything else. I guess Martyr Logarius is pretty good. But Shadow Blood-Starved Beast I do not enjoy. The whole, oh look, you're poisoned. Wanna get poisoned again? Rom's there. I don't mind Rom. It's a roadblock more than anything. And the less said about Mikolash and the One Reborn, the better. It's more of a, if you have nothing, it's something. I did enjoy the Logarius fight myself. Of course he outruns me on Torrent. Why wouldn't he? I loved the areas before each boss. I think I enjoyed it. My tactic for shadows was to just go in swinging. So probably had very different experiences there. Shadows, Gascoigne, and Logarius. I fully believe that Gurnham, if you haven't fought him already, will take a favourite spot. Come on, 2 charges after each other. I'll try this fight. It feels at least like I can do it. The rest of the bosses are mediocre at best. Haven't fought Abritas and Gurnham in this run. That's fair. I don't think I can give them higher. Like, if it were a tier list, Bloodborne's bosses for the most part, B or C. I have killed Gurnham, but not in this run. I played Bloodborne years ago. Okay, game, thanks. Do you remember anything from the Gurnham fight? It's odd, like, first time I didn't enjoy that much the game, so after years, decided to give it one more chance. That's fair. Also kudos to you for, like, actually giving it another shot. For a lot of people who, on not liking a game, that's it. It's a bit strange how the best fights in the game about hunting beasts are the ones where you're fighting people. Alright, Golden Arcs works a lot better, and I can stay in melee range. No, if the base game wasn't there, the DLC would be. The base game does drag it down a bit. Which is probably why I think Dark Souls 3 is a better overall. I prefer Bloodborne's DLC, but Dark Souls 3 just feels so much more polished. Okay, game. Okay. Just finish me. Yeah. I will criticize some games without playing them. Golem, the Golem game, whatever Ubisoft were thinking with their quadruple A game. But otherwise, the kind of, oh, I didn't play this game and it's bad, it feels hollow to me. Roll through. Okay, he charges again. Mistimed. Out of curiosity, did you play Armored Core 6? Even without DLC, stand on its own. Yep, I agree with that completely. Dark Souls 3 base game has some bullshit. The Curse Rotten Greatwood is a horrible fight, and no one can convince me otherwise. But otherwise, Abyss Watchers, Pontiff, Twin Princes, they're all great fights. They timed. Even Yorm, in Dark Souls 3. I enjoyed Yorm despite it being a gimmick. Haven't played Armored Core 6 or Demon Souls, but wanna play the remake. Remake's good. Demon Souls Remake just updated the graphics of Demon Souls, so it's still playing the original. Armored Core is completely different. I highly recommend it, but it's also not for everyone. In terms of boss quality, I think Demon Souls beats Bloodborne. The hell was that? Couldn't dodge. Otherwise, only other two FromSoft games we haven't discussed are Sekiro and... Yep. Casting the wrong thing. Yeah, even Walner though. I kind of enjoyed Walner. It's never hard. Ancient Wyvern is a cool first time. Otherwise it's just a roadblock to Nameless. Dodged too late. God, I am messing up. Alright, Gaius is hard, but I feel more confident against him. So I'll keep trying. Yeah. On the whole, Dark Souls 3's bosses are just consistently better. I think the only Dark Souls 3 fight I really have some to complain about is the Curse Rotted. Press dodge. Otherwise, I enjoyed all the fights. Even some of the really weird ones like Beacons of the Deep. It's fun mowing them down. Nameless is amazing. Dragon Slayer armor, when I first fought it, I did not like the fight. Repeated playthroughs made it better. Okay, game. Alright, I'll leave a marker and go explore the waterway, or... nah. Be stubborn. Otherwise I'm gonna keep putting bosses off. Yes, it took me until my second attempt to actually get that. Like, first time I fought it, it was just a kind of, oh, I'm running, fireballs. Once I engaged with the fight, it was so much better. Dark Souls 3, my problem with it is that it has some really cool builds which are just too late game. Yep. Elden Ring's got some of the most... Elden Ring's a mixed bag, which is to be expected. You've got a ton of bosses. Thank you, boss. Some of the base game bosses are really good. I mean, Morgoth, Moog, Melania, Malkath. Some of them are not so much. Adulterated tree spirits are just tiring. Even then, I do not enjoy Rykard. Come on, I push dodge game. Hey, game. Oh wow, that makes sense. Even Nala hasn't aged that well. But then you've got Morgoth, Godric, Rykard, Moog, Malakath. Radrigan. Yeah, I mean, Rolana's there. That's all I have to say on her. She exists, and I can appreciate that. Otherwise, they're all very good. Moog, Lord of Blood's second phase. The blood trails he leaves are a bit annoying, but that is completely a skill issue from my end. Godfrey, Melania, and then DLC ones Relana, Romina, Mesmer, Mitra. Bale on the list? This is not a good fight, the one I'm currently doing. The charge attack is a bit bullshit. Otherwise, from the ones I've done so far, Relana, Mesmer, amazing fights. Mitra's, it seemed pretty good. It was more of a morale issue on my damage than a problem with the fight. I look forward to Romina. She's, I think I saw an image, it's the bug lady one, right? So, over the weekend, I've seen some more gameplay of the final. Oh, come on, I dodged through. Of the final DLC fight of Promised Consort. It looks really cool. It looks so fun. It also scares me. I cannot imagine myself beating it. I might need to change builds for him. come on. Honestly, the fight I'm currently on, it seems like it could be good, but there are some really questionable hitboxes. So if we only take main fights and shard bearers, yeah, I mean, it's to be expected. Elden Ring is the, culmination of all that experience. Okay, game. I worry that some parts of the DLC are difficult because it has to be. I miss Putridescent. As a mounted boss fight, it was clean. Could that be the trick? Am I meant to do this fight mounted? Yeah, first couple of attempts I had against him, I did not enjoy him. But like, when it clicked, it clicked. You know? All his attacks were pretty obvious in how you avoid them. Yep. Small fight. Alright, mounted does not work because he just charges and is invincible. The entire Saint Trina quest was hell of an experience. I wanna try something stupid. Yeah. That winning attempt for Putrescent Knight just felt nice. Okay. 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 You know what, just finish me off. I don't know what else to tell you. Bloodborne DLC changed Bloodborne. It is so much better. Off stream, if I have time, I might go pick some stuff up from the base game. it. No. Nope. Sure game. Sure game. Okay. Alright. Gonna equip a shield. That'll help. How actual good Bloodborne would be if it was a... Huh. So as in, Bloodborne's the DLC, and the DLC is the base game? So honestly, Bloodborne as the DLC would be so large it would get a lot of praise. I think if Bloodborne was presented as the DLC, something else, just for the sheer amount of content it would offer. Imagine so. And the rest is just DLC with King. So basically cut out the bad bits. I mean, yeah, you're left with the good. Have this. Or more stamina. I can actually see it working. Like, give us a very basic version of Bloodborne as the base game, and make the rest DLC. That's into you. FromSoft's always been very true. I mean, maybe Farum Azula, but we could get there some other way. FromSoft's always been very general with both their base game and their DLC, which is something I can appreciate from them. You know, if you see some modern games, you're paying it more for basically a quarter of what we get. Oh, come on, game. Alright. Cannot block it or cannot dodge it all. And the initial charge is plain annoying. Hi, Scotty. It feels... I don't know, it's not a great fight so far. The initial charge is really bad. Like, did I dodge it? I thought I dodged it. I've faced him twice. I do not know. Golden Hippo is probably better for me because I took it down really quickly. Like 4 casts of Ancient Dragon Lightning. This is just... Golden Hippo. Yep, okay game. I don't like playing either.